Oh, here we go. Cape Zampa one more time. Hold on. From a completely different point of view. Just lock the old car up. Alrighty. Well, once again, folks, we're going to Cape Zampa, but today I'm going to be doing something completely different. I'll have a bit of a chat in a minute, but I'm pretty much done with simply creating long exposure videos over and over and over. Long exposure photography is awesome, but it's not the be all and end all of photography, and especially not the photography in my workbook. Wow. And this is exactly why I've come to this spot. Huge swells coming in right now. Take a look at some of these thumpers. Absolutely crazy. So much water coming through here. I mean, if you were so unfortunate as to get taken into that, it's game over, man. So one of the very important things that I tell people with any kind of photography close to the ocean: know your location, know the sea conditions, and sit and watch for about 5 or 10 minutes to see where the big waves or where the big swell is going, and that will show you where you can safely sit and take your photographs. Okay, Mother Nature will not give you a second chance. Always bear that in mind, folks. But the wave that I really want to catch is one that forms between this little piece of rock that sticks out here and that rock in the middle of the bay. Every now and again it just picks up. It's a real thick, heavy monster, and it just curls beautifully in that area there. So it's not on every set, so it's just a matter of waiting. And today I'm just going to be shooting naked, as in just my camera, a long lens, and look at this, here you go, this monster, boom. Wow, that's getting crazy. So yeah, just the camera, which today is actually different. Today I'm going to be shooting on a Canon EOS 5D Mark III. Oh, excuse me. 5D Mark III. I'm normally shooting on a 5DSR, but I don't know. I've reverted back to 5D Mark III. I've still got the 5DSR, which I'm going to be using more for macro, to get the details of the macro and all that kind of stuff. But for just workflow, really, I've decided to revert. I've always had a 5D Mark III. I love them to pieces. Such a workhorse. I managed just to pick up a relatively new one recently for a very good price. So yeah, today 5D Mark III, Tamron 150 to 600, and hopefully let's catch some waves. It's all good. Right, today should be pretty fun. It's at least for the morning. Now I have come out in the middle of the day because I want to shoot in a particular style. For these kind of shots, I don't want to have to mess around with manual focus too much. So what I do is I prefer to shoot in aperture priority. I know the depth of field that I want to get. I'm going to be at f11. Now, I know that there's a lot of light. There's huge amounts of available light. I mean, look at the beautiful conditions we've got today. But still, I want to make sure that I've got a fast enough shutter to be able to freeze every droplet of water that is part and parcel of the wave that I'm trying to photograph. So what I'm going to do, I'll be in aperture priority, and I'm going to put my ISO to 320, and that will be enough to force the camera to elevate the shutter speed in order to expose correctly. I mean, normally on a day like today, you'd put ISO 100 and you'd be golden, right? ISO 320 isn't going to introduce any noticeable noise, so I'm going to go with that. And it looks like the waves are pretty awesome, so I'm going to crack into it, and hopefully I'll be sharing with you very soon some of the images I get from this photographic session. Very simple, easy setup, and hopefully we can nail something nice. Cool beans. Let's get into it. Opportunist. There's an osprey up there. One of the US military planes, why not? Well folks, it's been an absolutely awesome day of imaging. I actually ended up not doing that long exposure, but I went down to a town close to us on the coast and ended up shooting some surfers. But I just wanted to wrap up by saying thanks again, obviously, for tuning into the channel. And I don't know about you, but I'm starting to think that I just kind of like focus on one thing on the channel, and that generally tends to be long exposure photography. I do have a sponsor for filters and such, but I just think that I've been pretty much doing that to death for quite some time. Please, I would love some feedback. Let me know which direction you'd like the channel to go in. I pretty much do all kinds of photography, and I can do you know, gear reviews, that kind of stuff. But I just need some kind of like inspiration from you guys, some feedback if possible. It would be awesome. I'm hoping that the next film I do is going to be more kind of like macro oriented for some wildlife stuff, which would be awesome. But failing that, I don't know, maybe in a week or so we'll get another film put together and hopefully come up with something awesome. So please do, if you haven't already, hit that little subscriptions button down the bottom there, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so that you'll be updated as and when new content is available from SeaWild Earth. But until I see you again, as always, folks, please do stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, but above all, stay happy. Okay, life is too short. Go out there and enjoy it, and just have fun. So until the next time, take it easy, keep it real. Bye bye for now. got this lovely sunset to shoot. See you later.